So this is my how Goten should have been a adult Goten, a future Goten should have been Goku Black, or how Goku Black should have been Goten. The theory of it. So when we first started, when we first got the image and saw the infamous Goku Black character and saw that he looked like an evil Goku. One of two possibilities, one of two things people were thinking that, especially since they showed future Trunks' future, so it's like, so is this an evil Goku, and why is Goku evil? So there's a couple theories of the idea that this is a Goku from a different timeline. That was one theory. This was Goku Black was this evil Goku was from a different timeline, a timeline where he didn't bump his head and get raised by Grandpa Gohan and become the Goku we know and love. Instead, he didn't bump his head. He did what he was supposed to do. He killed Grandpa Gohan when Grandpa Gohan found him, killed him, and then went off and conquered Earth, and went from there and became more powerful over time. Going up the ranks of Planet Vegeta, and the Frieza army and all that stuff. So he just kept doing bad things, right? He became evil Goku, right? So that's one timeline version. So obviously we knew time travel was involved. It's just obvious when you show us future Trunks and you show us future Trunks' future, and it's like, oh man, time travel is going to be a thing. So that explains why there's a evil Goku, time travel, multiverse, multiple timelines. So an evil Goku. All right, so where does this evil Goku come from? That's what we thought. Not that, oh, no way can Goku exist in future Trunks timeline when Goku died there. It's like, duh, we know he died. So where did this Goku come from? Like, what timeline did he come from? We ain't assume this was the Goku of that timeline. We assume he's from a different time. So where did this one come from? Obviously, time travel was a thing that we thought of. So then the other thing was, if this is not an evil Goku, and let's say this is maybe an evil twin, because even Bardock and Turles, which are related to Goku. No, not Turles. I don't think Turles is better. Oh, is he? Anyway, Bardock looks like Goku. Goku looks like Bardock. So, right. So this could be an evil twin. So the idea that, oh, this could just be an evil twin of Goku, like somebody who looks like Goku, right? That could be a thing. A long lost brother. Maybe Goku secretly was a twin, but we only know of Goku. We didn't know he had a twin until now, right? So it could have been that, or a different timeline. He did have a twin brother, so then that's how you get an evil version of Goku. His evil twin, whatever. That's if it's a Goku, it would be a different time, but not in Goku. But then the other possibility was, what if somebody, because the whole evil thing, what if somebody used a resurrected Goku died? You might want to assume his body was still on Earth, maybe buried on Earth, and then somebody brought him back to life, right? But of course, brought him back to life evil, or possessed his dead body. A evil soul possessed Goku's dead body from that Trunks timeline, and that's how we get evil Goku. An evil spirit literally inside Goku's body. So that was another theory of like, ooh, what if that's the case? That would explain why there's an evil Goku in Trunks' future timeline, because Goku did die. What if an evil spirit from hell, right, or from the demon realm, took over Goku's body, and boom, that's how we get this evil Goku. Another, maybe even somebody used the Dragon Balls to wish for an evil Goku or something, or a resurrect Goku or something like that. Like, obviously there was a lot of options. Point is, okay, it could actually be Goku's body, brought back to life in that timeline. That way you don't have to be like, oh, it's from an alternate timeline, alternate reality, blah blah blah. It's the Goku that died, somebody brought him back, and now he's evil. It could be that route. They brought back the dead Goku, and now he's evil, doing whatever the evil villain's plan is. So there was that theory. The other one was, oh wait, Goten looks like Goku. What if Goten grew up and now he'll look like Goku? What if Goten, since he knows about future Trunks, he knows future Trunks exists, and he knows about time travel and whatnot. What if he took like one of Bulma's time machines and went to future Trunks' future? But why is he mad? Why does he hate Trunks? Why is he trying to kill everybody? Like, why did Goten grow up to be an adult and be a bad guy? What's the point in that? So you get that idea. So there was the whole, oh, it could be Goten, because Goten when he grows up will look like Goku. As you see in these images, on the top it's images of Goten. So here's Goten in a outfit a lot like his father's, orange gi, and then you see him over here in this bluish lavender type of little outfit, you see. And then if he when he grows up, because he will be an adult eventually in the near future, he will look a lot like his dad, and maybe he'll wear something like this, like a black outfit, you know, because he went dark, right? So then you see here on the bottom it's Goku, you know, as a kid, and then him here in a different outfit. You see they look a lot alike, and when Goku gets older, he still looks a lot like the way he did when he was a kid. He's just older. So since Goten looks a lot like Goku when he was a kid, what makes you think he won't look like his father when he gets older? So when he gets older, he will look like Goku Black. So why couldn't Goku Black be Goten, right? So it could have been, since Goten does exist. Because this image right here in the middle of him in the blue and in the lavender outfit, that's Goten in Dragon Ball Super in current time. The Goku Black arc happened in Dragon Ball Super. So clearly, Goten can grow up and become an adult for some reason, whatever reason that, you know, he becomes a villain, because every villain has a reason they became a villain. And then once you find out what their reason was, it's like, wait, what? That's why? Because daddy issues, or because your girlfriend left you, or because of stupid reasons you became a villain? That's a shitty backstory for a villain. That something bad happened to you and now you're a villain. That's stupid, but that's what happens with every villain, is something bad happened to them and then they become a villain. Alright, so as you can see here, here's Kid Trunks and then Future Trunks. This is the version of him from a different timeline that, you know, Goten does not exist in. This Trunks never grew up with a Goten. He grew up with Gohan, and Gohan was his teacher and stuff. So he grew up without a Goten. But this Trunks here, with the little purplish hair, he grew up with a Goten. And here's an image of them together. See, same outfit, same hair. And you see here's Goten with that little lavender and blue outfit. Like I said, this is Dragon Ball Super. Obviously, they're together. Goten exists. He lives in this timeline. So eventually he'll grow up. Both of them will grow up. Now, there was somebody pointed out, and they'll be the one watching this video, that Goten would know nothing about God Ki. I don't know where that came from. Where you clearly miss certain parts of Dragon Ball Super. In general, the idea of like Goten is aware of Super Saiyan Blue and God Ki and all that stuff. Here's an image showing Goten right here looking like his dad. Look, no sleeves. His outfit looks a lot like his father's. He's right here looking like a little kid version of Super Saiyan Goku right there. Here's Super Saiyan Goku, and here's Super Saiyan Goten. Here's Trunks right over there. So he's right here helping with this ritual to turn Goku and give Goku, God Ki, and so that way Goku can fight Beerus. This is right before he fights Beerus for the first time. And there's Goten helping him out with that. So Goten is very well aware of God Ki and his father obtaining it, because he literally helped them get it by being right there. So I don't know where this whole Goten doesn't know now about Super Saiyan Blue, when he was literally there when Goku was starting to ascend to godhood, right, and started getting God Ki and started doing the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan thing and became Super Saiyan Blue and all that other stuff. And of course, Goku and them would tell him the stories about, oh, the turn of power, this, that, and third happened, and now start doing this thing that they call Ultra Instinct. And so he will be aware of God Ki and Ultra Instinct. So I don't know where that idea of like, oh, he knows nothing about God Ki, so how would he even be able to do the Rose form, and be able to use the Rose form to even go toe to toe with Goku. When Goku knows Super Saiyan Blue, it's like, I never said anything about originally that the Goten Black would have Rose as a transformation. But he could, though. The thing is, he could, especially if he learns about God Ki and stuff like that from Goku, which he has access to. He can learn it from Goku and Whis and them, since they do be chilling at Bulma's house, and Goten be chilling at Bulma's house. So Goten always has the opportunity to ask Lord Beerus and Whis about God Ki and obtaining it, and and then being able to do Super Saiyan Rose if he wants to. That'd be kind of cool if they actually give that to Goten in the near future story arc. If they give him the ability to like learn how to mix God Ki with his Super Saiyan transformation, and then create Rose, and that'd be kind of cool and unique for him, and that definitely will be fan service for us, who was like Goku Black should have been Goten, not the stupid Zamasu Goku body bullshit. And then it's like fan service. Even Toriyama was like, yeah, I like the Goten idea. Goten should have been Goku Black, and yeah, have the Rose transformation, because that's just God Ki, high level God Ki fused with Super Saiyan capabilities. So transformation. So that could have been a thing. That would have been kind of cool. They could still do it. This will still give us an adult Goten who knows how to go Rose. That would be a cool thing. But anyway, that doesn't matter. The whole Rose thing was just something that was added, and it's like, okay, you want to mention going Rose, but that's the explanation for the Rose capability was because you had a god who learned to transform into a Super Saiyan, but because they're a god, their way of thinking, the way of doing anything is a much higher level than a regular person. So their ability to go into a different color transformation, go Rose instead of go yellow or something like that, it's just a way of showing that I'm a god, look what I can do, type of thing. So that's where that thing come from. But yeah, Toriyama could have gave Goten Black the Rose form just as a, hey, this is a higher form of blue. After blue, you get pink or Rose, and after Rose, then of course you get all the way up to Master Ultra Instinct, white hair. But that's not anytime soon, right? But it's like, yeah, after Super Saiyan Blue, you get Rose. That could have been a thing for Goten Black, adult Goten. But we'll no here, no there. As you can see, I drew out a little timeline to kind of give a little history, because some people seem to not understand that there's more than one timeline. This green one down here is just some extra thing, just a hey, alternative thing, like something could have happened. It could be a Goten from a totally different timeline, and just everything could be totally different. So the first timeline and the second timeline, so red and blue. Red is the timeline the future Trunks come from. That's the timeline where Goku's dead. Pretty much all the characters, the main characters are dead. Only Trunks and Bulma are still, and Yajirobe and whatnot are still alive in that future Trunks timeline. This is after all the androids and stuff. So there's no Goten, there's no Goku, there's no Super Saiyan Blue, there's no Beerus, none of that stuff, because all of that stuff was, didn't happen. Goku never met Beerus and stuff because Goku was dead. So in that timeline, it's just Trunks, future Trunks, blah blah blah. So the first time he time travels, he goes back and he saves Goku's lives. That's why it says Goku lives, because he went back in time and made sure Goku didn't die from the heart disease, which I jokingly like to theorize that it's coronavirus. Goku died originally in the first timeline because of coronavirus. There might be some actual information that can put that theory together of like, oh shit, Goku died because of coronavirus. So jokingly, he died because of coronavirus in the first timeline, but there could be some truth to that. And then of course Trunks came back with the cure, vaccine, all that stuff, and he came back, made sure Goku didn't die, which means Goku eventually got Chi-Chi pregnant, and Chi-Chi gave birth to Goten. So Goten is born. So in this timeline, which is the Dragon Ball Super timeline, which is what we're currently watching, and the Dragon Ball Super series, is Goten is alive because he's born, obviously. Tournament power, Golden Frieza, all that good stuff happens obviously on this timeline, and tournament power and whatnot. And then of course we get the Goten Black arc instead of the Goku Black arc, right? Because what happened is in the future, because this Goten Black arc doesn't happen yet, right? Because everything's good. Kid Trunks and Goten, grow up and they become adults. But something happens in the future. Something happens when Goten and Trunks are adults. For some reason, something happens, and then adult Goten is mad at future Trunks for some reason. There could be a possibility that future Trunks came back one more time, right? Because this is the second time he time traveled, which was for the whole Goten Black arc thing. But he might have traveled back in time, and future Trunks and Kid Trunks, or adult Trunks, did some, were battling some bad guys together, and ended up dying because future Trunks. Remember, the idea is future Trunks. Many different ways you can go with the whole idea of why a future adult Goten would be mad at future Trunks and become Goten Black in the first place. The future Trunks is responsible for a threat being here. He could have brought a threat back from the future. A future threat, brought it back in time, through time travel, or maybe there was a threat that already existed. Then future Trunks came back. Future Trunks was trying to help, but then future Trunks fucked up, and then got adult or Kid Trunks, whatever version, got it. The Trunks killed. So our Trunks ends up dying because of future Trunks. So that's why Goten is mad at future Trunks, because he blames future Trunks for Goten for Trunks' death, his best friend. Because remember, Trunks is Goten's best friend. So that would be the reason for Goten to go evil. Many other reasons you can go. You can go with the daddy issue reason. The fact that he looks like Goku, and then all the villains that Goten faces in the future keeps referring him to keeps calling him Goku, or keeps attacking him because they think he's Goku when he's actually not, or some shit like that. Or he just hates the idea of being, again, daddy issues, right? Being compared to his father, like, oh, you look like your dad, why ain't you more like your dad, blah blah blah, your dad do this, your dad would do that, your dad did this and that, and he just doesn't want to live in his father's shadow, considering the fact that his father didn't really raise him, because his father was too busy training Whis and them and chasing Jiren's just chasing Jiren around, and all these other bad guys, and it's just he spends more time fighting than he does raising Goten and being with Goten. Goten is being raised by Chi-Chi, while Gohan was mostly raised by Piccolo. So Piccolo is Gohan's father figure. Goku is not, obviously, and Goten doesn't have a father figure, but he does have a bro, which is Trunks. And somewhat of a father figure would be Vegeta, because Vegeta does spend more time with Trunks and Bulma, so of course he'll spend more time with Goten, and he doesn't shun Goten. He likes the idea that Goten and Trunks are hanging out together and training and all that stuff, so he's okay with it. So obviously, Goten would respect Vegeta and look up to Vegeta as a father figure, like, oh, you're so lucky, your dad's so cool, your mom is rich, and this and that. So Goten will see Trunks' lifestyle being so much better than his, because his family are together, living together, doing things together, while in Goten's family, Goku is always off doing stuff, so Goku's barely home, so he's not home to be with his son and raise his son, right? And Chi-Chi's always home without Goku around, so that's obviously going to create a problem. And then if you look at it, Goku and his Goten, Goku, Chi-Chi and stuff, their family seems a little bit less financially stable, a little bit on the poor side or countryside, so they're not as fancy or rich or as Trunks in them. So there's a differences in lifestyle for these two characters, Trunks and Goten. So when they become adults, that could become a thing. they can have that as an issue where it's like, oh man, you had a better life than me. You were rich, this, that, and third. Your mom had a lot of money, and blah blah blah. You know, my dad just went around fighting people and was barely around, and that type of bullshit. And we were poor and all that stuff. Like he can go that route. But anyway, the main thing is like Goku Black could have been Goten. There's no reason it couldn't been. So many people we've seen that wants to go with the whole it's not Goten, it don't make sense to be Goten. Goten does not exist in Future Trunks timeline. It's like, yes, we know that. Only an idiot would think that Goten exists in Future Trunks timeline when everybody knows that he doesn't, because Goku died, so Goten was never born. The thing is, Goku lives in this timeline, the blue one, which is the Dragon Ball Super we're watching, and Goten is born in this timeline. So there is a Goku, there is a Goten. So why can't there be a adult Goten that looks like Goku? For some reason became evil. He knows about Future Trunks because Future Trunks is the reason why Goten exists in the first place, and the reason why the Cell games happen, and the reason why, you know, Zamasu, Beerus and all that stuff, and Golden Frieza, all that stuff is happening because Future Trunks went back in time and made sure Goku lived, which means this timeline exists, which means all the stuff we're watching now is what exists. So Goten growing up and becoming an adult, and for some story arc reason, you know, that we make him go dark because we have reasons we can use to make him go dark. Daddy issues being one of them. You know, Kid Trunks dying and it be Future Trunks' fault or some shit like that, or like in this Green Line, the idea that it could just be a Goten that lived a not so awesome life, lived a pretty bad life, or probably had a lot of people important to them die, or maybe live long enough to see Goku die from something. Like it would just be a totally different timeline where this Goten lives a life similar to this Future Trunks. Just think about it. Goku dies, so Goten was never born, and Future Trunks became the main character of that timeline, right? The main hero of that timeline. But in the blue timeline, Goku didn't die because Trunks made sure he lived, so Goku is obviously still the main character of this timeline. But then what if in the third timeline, the green one, right? Goku lives, so that way Goten will be born. But then after that, Goku dies. Maybe a lot of other people dies. So then Goten ends up living a life, a timeline a lot like Future Trunks. So adult Goten's timeline is pretty shitty. But instead of trying to be the hero and trying to be the main character and trying to save the future, trying to make things better, he instead just gets bitter, emo, evil, and then eventually finds out about destruction of gods and Supreme Kais and the time ring and all this stuff, and steals the time ring, and then it's like, I want a better future, I want a better life. Like this life I live was shitty. I want to find a better timeline, right? A better life. I want to change things. My life is shitty, and that's why he's evil. And then he travels, and then that's why he ends up in Future Trunks timeline and sees that Future Trunks, is there, and shit's bad and whatever. And y'all just write up whatever it takes for that to make sense. But right now, Goten being Goku Black would have made sense with the idea that Goten Black instead of Goku Black is an adult Goten from this timeline. Something happened in this future that caused him to want to go to Future Trunks timeline, Future Trunks future, and then all this shit happened. And as you can see by the arrows, the first time Future Trunks time travels is because the androids messed everything up, so he went back and saved Goku. The second time he time traveled more than once, but this will be like technically the third, maybe fourth time Future Trunks traveled, but this will be the second time he traveled back because something bad happened, and that bad thing will be adult Goten, aka Goten Black, come into his timeline and started creating problems. And since he couldn't fuck with this Goten Black, because for some reason this Goten Black is powerful. No surprise, since he grew up in this timeline with Goku becoming, getting Master Own Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and all that good stuff. Clearly, this Goten will be way stronger than that Goku of this timeline, which is the timeline we're currently watching. So then he'll be more powerful. So once he comes over here, of course, it's like, oh shit, future, son of Goku is kicking my ass. So I'm gonna go back in time and find Goku and Vegeta and try to get their help, and maybe even find out what happened and why did this guy who looks like Goku is being a douchebag. And for a while they'll be calling him like Goku Black, until they discover, dun dun dun, I'm not you, father. I'm your son, Goten. Goten, plot twist, right? Oh my god, OMG reveal. This person who has Goku's face, everybody keeps thinking is Goku, but the dark version is not Goku. It's his son from the future. Goten grows up and becomes a villain, and then it's like, then the arc will have Kid Trunks, Kid Goten, and then they'll be talking about stuff like, why? It don't make sense that you will grow up and become a villain, and why do you hate the future version of me? It's not even me, it's from a different timeline. I'm not gonna grow up to be that Trunks, the one whose friends and family were killed and stuff. I'm gonna grow up with you, Goten. We're gonna be best friends forever. I'm never gonna let you go evil. That kind of shit. They could have wrote shit like that. You get my point. And hopefully this video didn't go too long, and hopefully that explains what I was trying to say. If not, well, then you're just a retard and don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If you don't understand this basic, simple concept of why, yes, Goten, an adult Goten from the future, could have been Goku Black instead, but instead they made it Zamasu taking over Goku's body, and that was just a terrible storyline, terrible writing. It was lazy, it was stupid. It made Zamasu look like a retard. He's supposed to be a god, but he's a retard. He's racist because he hates humans, but then decides to wish to have a human's body, even though he's a god, which makes no fucking sense. Why would you want something you hate? You hate humans. Why would you want to be one all of a sudden by wishing for it? Like, it's just ignorance, stupidity, blackface, all that shit. Anyway, Black Lives Matter, and that's the end of the video. And I thought I like